All right, let's talk about something that's on almost everyone's mind at some point. Can I get taller? We're going to dig into the real science behind it all and separate the facts from the fiction.
I mean, who hasn't wished they were just a little bit taller, right? It's a super common thought. But the big question is how much of that is actually in our control? So, in the next few minutes, we're going to unpack the whole thing. We'll look at the science, the strategies you can actually use, and the real deal behind how tall you can possibly be. Okay, section one, your growth blueprint. Let's get right to the core of it. Your height potential? It's pretty much decided for you long before you ever start worrying about it. And the short answer is, it's mostly genetics. Yep, the DNA you get from your parents is the number one factor. But, it's not the whole story. There's this really cool biological process that's actually doing the work. And that process involves something called growth plates. Think of them as these little construction zones at the ends of your long bones. All through your childhood and teens, these zones are just buzzing with activity, adding new bone and literally stretching you taller. So it's like there's a construction window for your height when you're a kid, and especially during puberty, that window is wide open. But then, as you get into your late teens or early 20s, those growth plates close up. The construction site shuts down for good, and, well, that's pretty much it for getting taller naturally. All right, section two, maximizing your potential. So we know genetics kind of sets the ceiling. But does that mean you just have to sit back and let it happen? No way. This is where we talk about what you can do. Because even though you can't change your genes, you can absolutely help your body reach its full genetic potential. Think of it this way. You can't change the blueprint, but you can for sure supply the best possible construction materials. And that starts with fuel. We're not talking about some magic pill or secret food. It's really just about good, balanced nutrition. Getting enough calories and protein is key. Calcium and vitamin D are your bone-building dream team. And don't forget minerals like zinc and iron. They're crucial for the whole operation. And here's a big one, sleep. I mean, seriously, don't sleep on sleep. When you're in deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone. So for teens, getting that solid 8 to 10 hours a night, that's basically prime time for growth. Now, what about exercise? Let's be clear, no amount of stretching or jumping is going to make your bones longer after your growth plates close. But the right kind of movement is still super important. Things like running and sports help build strong bones, and working on your strength and flexibility helps you carry yourself well. Speaking of carrying yourself well, posture, this is something you can literally fix right now. Think about it. When you slouch, you're compressing your spine. You could be hiding an inch, maybe more, of your actual height. So what's the fix? It's all about strengthening your core and back muscles. When you learn to stand up straight, you're not just appearing taller. You are literally presenting your full height. Plus, you look way more confident, which is always a bonus. Okay, section three, medical facts versus fiction. We've talked about the natural stuff, but what about the medical side of things? Let's dive in and separate what's real from what's, well, really risky. First up, growth hormone therapy. This is a real legitimate medical treatment. For kids with a diagnosed hormone deficiency, it can be absolutely life-changing. But, and this is a big but, it's not some kind of cosmetic booster for healthy people who just want a few extra inches. It's a serious medicine for specific medical needs. And that brings us to the most extreme option out there, the one you might have heard about, cosmetic surgery to get taller. Can you actually do that? Well, yes, you can, but the reality of it is intense. You'll see that health services around the world are very, very cautious about this, and for good reason. This isn't like getting a nose job. This is a massive, life-altering surgery that comes with huge risks. It's something you have to take incredibly seriously. Let's just break down what we're talking about here. This is a major invasive surgery. The recovery is famously long and painful. You've got a high risk of some really serious complications like infection and nerve damage. Oh, and it costs an absolute fortune. Okay, so section four, the bottom line. Let's pull all this together. We've got genetics setting the blueprint, lifestyle maximizing it, and some pretty extreme medical options. So what's the main takeaway here? I think the most important thing is maybe shifting your perspective a little. The real goal isn't just chasing a number on a measuring tape. It's about being your healthiest self. When you focus on that, strong bones, great posture, solid nutrition, that's what really matters. So here it is, your practical checklist. Eat well to fuel your body. Get enough sleep to maximize that growth hormone. Move every day to build strong bones and good posture. And actively work on that posture. These are the things that help you become the strongest, healthiest, most confident version of you, whatever height you are.
So that's really the question to leave you with, isn't it? Is the goal just to be taller, or is it to be your healthiest, most confident self? Because when you focus on health, strength, and just carrying yourself with pride, you're building a kind of confidence that a measuring tape can't even touch. That's all for this explainer.